In this video, I'm going to share with you an NLP technique that is going to help you start to really challenge those limiting beliefs. Hi, I'm Laura Evans, helping people like you to unleash their potential in business and life. And if this is the first time that you found me here on YouTube, then please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified when we release every video. Now, this is the second in a 3-part mini series around limiting beliefs. If you missed the first part about what limiting beliefs are and what they're currently costing you, then please be sure to check the link up here and go and check that out. I'm going to be sharing with you one NLP technique that's going to help you to start to destroy these limiting beliefs. Now, this technique is all based around challenging what evidence you really have for those limiting beliefs that you hold. As we discussed in the previous video, actually our limiting beliefs are based on experience, and that's not the reality, and that's possibly not the truth either. Now, in NLP, we have something called the meta model, and this comes from the work of Virginia Satir. She noticed in the family therapy room that people were really great at generalizing information. They take certain sets of information and they would generalize them to be a whole host of things. This fits perfectly with limiting beliefs. So what I want to do today is to start to help you challenge your limiting beliefs. What data do you actually have to say that your limiting belief is true? Because I would bet you that you're acting as if that limiting belief is true when actually there may not be that much evidence to back it up. If you had a limiting belief of, I always fail, I challenge you, because I'd say, always? Like, can you not remember a single time where you won at anything? Maybe even just playing a card game or playing a board game with the family at Christmas. Like, you've never won at anything? I think that's unlikely, to be totally honest with you. So what I've done here is given you what I call a counter example. I've asked you to go inside your memory bank and see if you could find any evidence to counter the limiting belief that you hold about yourself. So if your limiting belief is I always fail, I've challenged you by saying always. So I'm challenging the fact that actually you say it all the time. And I've also asked you to go inside and find examples that may not fit that bill. And this is the kind of thing that Virginia Satir was very good at. She was very good at getting people to drill into these generalizations that people were making about themselves and in the therapy room about each other. If you were to ask people that knew you well, family, friends, work colleagues, and you said to them, I believe that I always fail, I wonder what they would say. Now, they're not you, okay? I get it. But I bet you they could give you evidence, and I bet you they could give you an example of where they believe that for you that might not be true. The truth is that all this information is coming into your system, but it gets deleted, distorted, and generalized. You then act on this experience that you now have in your head of what happened outside of you. You act as if it's true, when actually it might not be. In the previous video, I talked about an example of I can't do presentations. I talked about how your mind will delete information to back up the story that you're telling yourself. And so we know that actually you're not operating on objective data here, okay? You're operating on information after it has been deleted, distorted, and generalized. So your limiting belief that you hold is not the ultimate truth, is it, really? If you're honest, they are the conclusions and judgments that you have formed based on personal experience. And we know that's not necessarily the truth. So this is what I want you to do. Go inside, ask yourself the question for one of your limiting beliefs. What counter examples do you have? And by trying to get your hands on some of those counter examples, I bet you start to realize that maybe that belief isn't always true. Staying tuned for the third and final part of this limiting belief mini-series, where I'm going to share with you another tip to help you start to eliminate your limiting beliefs. Let me know in the comments below, what limiting beliefs do you have? Stay tuned for the third part, coming very, very soon. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are notified when we release our next video, which may well be the final part of this limiting belief mini-series.